Hello there everybody, it is Tegan here again today, and for this video I am going to be doing something that I sort of created my channel to do, and I've done a lot of what I'm going to be doing over on my blog, but I haven't done it yet on this channel, and I've had people asking me to be doing them, like friends in real life. Tanika, this video goes out to you because you have been pestering me so much to do a book review, so this video goes out to you. Here it finally is. I am going to be doing a book review, and it is going to be on a book that I absolutely loved. It was amazing, and that is Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. I loved this book. I had read it previously before this, but I hadn't had the rest of the series. I still haven't read the rest of the series, but I do own it all now, so I can read it all, and I just loved this book. I guess I'll just go into some of the things I liked about the book. I'll start with non-spoilery things and then go into more of a spoilery discussion. So yeah, I guess I'll start off with what this book is about. I'll just give you the quick overview. So basically this book is about a boy named Percy Jackson who has been having a lot of troubles in school. Like, he has been kicked out of so many schools for bad behavior, and he's just never been able to stay in one school for too long, and he's never been really good in school either. He's never gotten very good grades. And one day he finds out why this is, and that is because he is a demigod. He is half god, half human. And so he basically has to go to a place called Camp Half-Blood. It's basically just a place for people like him, people who have half god, half human parentage. And things end up happening, and he ends up going on a quest, and it's so good. It is a middle grade, but I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with reading middle grade. I feel as though if you're open-minded, and it's basically just an easy read. Like, you're not going to really find anything too difficult about reading a middle grade book. So you don't really have to worry about it too much, which is good, and it's always super entertaining. Like Percy Jackson and Series of Unfortunate Events, they're both middle grade books, but they're so good and engaging and entertaining. So yeah. So now I'm just going to go into some of my thoughts, feels, and opinions on this book. And yeah, so I loved this book. Like I said at the beginning, it was amazing. I loved all of the characters, which is a really weird thing to happen. Like, a lot of the time when I read a book, there's at least one or two characters that I really don't like, and whenever the main character is around them and you're interacting with them, I just want that part to be over, but I didn't really ever have that in this book. Like, I loved Grover, I loved Annabeth, and I especially loved Percy. Percy was hilarious, sarcastic, and amazing. I'd say Percy was my favorite character. Percy or Grover. I really liked Grover as well. The basic plot line of the story was really good. There wasn't really a point that I wanted to skip past, so it was all really engaging, and I sped through this book in less than a day because it was just super engaging and short and entertaining to read. Throughout the book, Grover, Annabeth, and Percy have to go to different places all throughout America, and they get into a lot of trouble, and things end up happening there. But I don't know, it was just all super entertaining. This is probably going to be a really upbeat and happy review just because I loved the book. I've read Rick Riordan's writing before because I have read all of the 39 Clues books, and he writes multiple of those. So I've read his writing before, and it's always been super engaging and really entertaining to read, and it definitely was not different with the Percy Jackson series, because Percy Jackson was just, just the writing kept me captivated, and I don't know, I just really like this book. I'm pretty sure in my wrap up for last month I said I gave this book a 4.5 stars, and I am sticking with that because it was just amazing and I loved it, and I cannot wait to continue on with the rest of the series. So now I'm going to be going into a short little spoilery part. It's not going to be too long, but I will be going into a small spoilery part. So if you haven't read the book yet, then go pick it up and give it a try. I definitely would recommend it to you to read it. And if you have read the book, then you can stay and we can discuss a few things that I just want to get out there about the book. And yeah, so I definitely would leave now if you haven't read the book, if you don't want to be spoiled, because there will be spoilers happening in this review, in the next part of the review. So bye, non-spoilery people. I will see you in my next video. So I just wanted to go over a few things that I really liked about the book and just a few scenes that I really enjoyed. I loved, obviously I've read the book before and I have seen the movie, so before reading it for this time last month, I already knew what the basic plot was, but I had forgotten some of it. And I loved, I loved the scene with Medusa at Annie M's. That was probably one of my favorite scenes in the entire book, because I just loved it. I loved how Annie M lured them into her house and she was all being nice, and I can't exactly remember who, but one of them was like, oh, they were a little bit suspicious. I'm pretty sure it was Grover, and he was a little bit suspicious because he thought he saw his uncle, and yeah, they were just suspicious. But then Percy and Annabelle weren't suspicious at all, and they were like, oh, don't worry, we're gonna get food, it's all going to be good. And then obviously it didn't end up being good. She tried to turn them into stone, but they got away. Oh, and the part when Percy sends the head of Medusa, after they've cut it off, sends the head of Medusa to the gods. It was hilarious. This book is I would not expect this book to be as funny as it is. It is hilarious, just hilarious. I also really love the bit where they are going into the underworld to talk to Hades, and they come across the dog, the huge dog that's stopping everybody from going in and all that stuff. And Annabeth picks up a ball and she's like, here boy, and he actually wants to run after the ball and he wants to play with the ball, so she throws the ball at him and he devours it in one bite, and he's like, oh, but I wanted another one, and she's like, sorry, I'll come back for you. And then when they're talking to Hades and she mentions that he loves red balls, yes. So obviously this next part wasn't a surprise to me because I have read the book in the past, but I remember the first time I read the book, I was not expecting Luke to be the person that betrayed them. I was not expecting it at all, especially the way that it happens in the book with him leaving Percy to the bugs or whatever they were to die, and he's like, one bite will kill you, and I know that I was not expecting that to occur at all whatsoever. And so yeah, when it did, I was just like, oh, but Luke, because I actually liked Luke. I actually really liked him, and so when he did that, it was just awful. Shows you that sometimes the kindest characters can be the enemy in the end. I mean, that's about it of what I wanted to talk about. Sorry this was sort of an all over the place review. I promise in the future my reviews will be better. I read the book a while ago, so I've kind of forgotten some of the stuff that happens, but I will hopefully, when I do reviews in the future, be doing them right after I finish the book so I can actually remember most of what happens. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, then I would love it if you would give it a big thumbs up, and yeah, I would just really appreciate that. Let me know down in the comments if you have read Percy Jackson, what you thought about it. Please no spoilers for the rest of the series because I still have not read the rest of the series. But yeah, let me know what you thought about the first book. Let me know if you agree with my rating of 4.5 stars. And yeah, all of my social media links are down below. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. My blog is also down below if you want to go and check that out. And you can subscribe down below if you want to be told when I make a new video. I make all sorts of bookish videos. I make all fandom videos, Shadowhunters, Harry Potter, 5 Sauce, and yeah, that's about what I make on my channel. Yes, that's it for today's video. I am Tegan, this is Bookwormia, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Hello there, everybody. It is Tegan here again today, and today I am going to be doing a review on